Rebecca is out of state as a freshman in college. She has received an academic full scholarship to Oregon State. Her only concern was leaving her family in Texas. She came from a very poor family and knew that her mother didn't have the means to visit. With the ability of the access of the internet, she is able to communicate with her mother live. While they're not able to see each other in the physical, she's able to communicate with her via Skype. Now let's take a visit with Angel. Angel is a 600-pound, 28-year-old adult that suffers from internet addiction disorder. She uses the virtual fantasy world to connect with real people to the internet as a substitution for real-life communication. She has altered the profile of her Instagram account to more of the standards of what she would like to resemble. She speaks to one particular guy on a daily basis, and he's dying to meet her. She keeps making excuses as to why they can't meet in person. Her life online is everything that she wants, but believes she can never have this. She suffers from low self-esteem, feelings of inadequacy, depression, anxiety, and fear of disapproval. Now let's switch hats and visit Darren. Darren is a senior in college, and he's finishing up for his research paper. He's running out of time as the deadline approaches, and he turns to the internet for answers. The thorough, thought-out plan was short-lived. It was much easier to go to Google and cite the resources. Although the instructor gave very specific instruction to this particular assignment, no internet is to be used. And the teacher wanted to see how much would be obtained without it. Well, Darren is unsuccessful. Well, now that you know the basics of the pros and cons of internet use, let's elaborate on some of the facts and pull up some statistics to validate. Although access to the internet has allowed society to augment knowledge and increase productivity, it's hindering our ability to critically think, deliberate, and analyze topics. We habitually turn to the internet to assist us with informational demands of our current customized lifestyle. These findings echo Columbia University Professor Betsy Sparrow's research on the Google effect on memory, which concludes our brains rely on the internet for memory in much the same way they rely on the memory of a friend, family member, or coworker. The Kaspersky Labs concludes we don't commit data to memory because of Google effect. We're safe in the knowledge that our answers are just a click away and are happy to treat the web like an extension to our own memory. As Nicholas Carr explains in The Shallows, memory comes in two types: transient working memory and long-term memory, which is more permanent. Information needs to pass from working memory into long-term memory in order for it to be stored. My second point is something very shocking to me. I didn't know that there was a such thing, but it's real and it exists, and there's more and more victims being diagnosed with this disorder. It's called internet addiction disorder. It's described as an impulse disorder, which does not involve use of intoxicating drug, but it's very similar to pathologic gambling. Warning signs include preoccupation with the internet, the use of increasing amounts of time in order to achieve satisfaction, repeated unsuccessful attempts to cut back, feelings of restlessness, moodiness, depression, and irritability. Internet addiction results in personal, family, academic, financial, and occupational problems. Impairments of real-life relationships are disrupted as a result of excessive use. Individuals suffer from internet addiction spend more time in solitary seclusions, and they spend less time with the real people in their lives. You're probably thinking, is there anything positive she's going to say about internet use? Of course I am. I'm saving the best for last, which brings me to my third point. The internet is also a communication tool around the globe. One may think, how did I or how could anyone live without the internet? Trust me, I did. I was there. At the time, I didn't realize how communicating with someone was less accessible, but now everything is at the end of your fingertips. For some, it's a wonderful source for information for everything ranging from politics to science to celebrity gossip. The internet, as we know today, is a vast ocean of information, resources, and activities. You can find out just about anything you want. Additionally, much like the original use of the internet, communication across great distances is achievable in seconds. Gone are the days of paying high long-distance charges to talk to friends and family members. Now you can instant message allowing direct communication or email someone receiving logging into the account. The internet is a great way for many things and great to many different people. For some, it's a mainline to often not talked about parts of the society. Whether you love or hate the internet, it offers a number of different perks as well as drawbacks. I'd have to say I use the internet respectfully. I'm finishing up my AA degree online. It allows me to work and still take care of my family and responsibilities. This is not always the case. My advice to everyone is that there's endless options to the internet, but if you use it responsibly and in moderation, it could be very beneficial. Now you know I can't let you go without one of my famous quotes. This author is unknown. Success in life can never be an accident. It is the result of making right decisions at the right times. Champions are not the people who never fail, but the people who never quit. Thank you.